What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Thai Tunes. This time we're covering Doechii, and I think I'm pronouncing that right. Alligator bites never heal. Now, I'm decidedly late on this, and apologies for the bell in the background. It's ice cream time. But I'm decidedly late on this. This album or extended mixtape dropped all the way back on August 30th. I'm trying to be more into the female side of things this year. I've listened to Megan, I've listened to Doechii, I've listened to Doechii, and it's all really good. Glorilla's up next. So it's pretty cool, and I always respect when they have more to say than just their sexual prowess, which of course is a problem on the male side of things as well, male dominated and all that stuff. But you're not here for that. You're here for the review. You're here for the music. So Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. She is a TDE signee. Of course, Kendrick has famously left that label, but there's still the likes of Ab-Soul, Schoolboy Q, Zay. So I was really looking forward to this, and I saw it gain a lot of traction online in the last couple of months. So I wanted to get into it and go in with a completely open mind and just see what's good. So let's get into it. Stankapoo, Little Miss Stankapoo. We get a really cool, like, parallaxing effect. It reminds me of some of the funky jazz infusions or innovations that Kendrick did on Overly Dedicated and Section 80. She says, let's start the story backwards. Pretty interesting concept that she lays everything out. She's very much highlighting being introspective on her life thus far, and if she'll be viewed as more of a TikTok or YouTube pop act rather than a rapidy rap gal. So I thought that was pretty cool. She was kind of bearing her heart and soul. She says, talking out my ass, and that's my assumption, but... So some clever wordplay there. I thought that was pretty cool. And then she lays out a bunch of varied ways one could die, from choking on a Slurpee to a bunch of other mundane ways. So it's a pretty interesting start. I definitely dug this track. Bullfrog is another really cool one. I love the simple bass line, a nice clean drum roll pattern, and what sounds like a sitar in the background. This one, she's just flexing on how she's the pimpress or pimpsess, and doing her thing with a male cohort and then sending him out to get her money. Pretty cool. Nice flip. Boiled peanuts. You want some boiled peanuts? What the hell is a boiled peanut anyway? This one, every song on this album has gotten weirder and weirder, and I love it. Trilling or the of the trumpets. That's a really cool effect. And she's got some nice wordplay here, like everybody wants me resting. Everybody wants me R.I.P., but I've been resting with my peace, which is the irony. She's 3 for 3 so far. Denial is a River. This is one of those sneaky songs. It sounds super happy and poppy and bouncy, but when you listen to it and listen to the story unfolding, it hits hard. This one starts off with a convo from her therapist. She name drops one of her earlier EPs. I haven't gone back and listened to that, but I'm assuming this character of the therapist does play a role in that previous album. I dig that she starts with the classic Biggie flow from Warning. Remember back when? And then she details how her life has changed over the course of the last couple of years, releasing music, becoming bigger and bigger online. But she still does want to be remembered as a rap star, not just a TikTok performer or pop star. Second verse, she's talking about how things have gone from the last couple of years, like 2020 and onwards. She lays out a lot of her vices: sex, drugs, parties, and she can't lie. She says, this is really having a negative effect on me, and her therapist calls her out on it, which I thought was pretty impressive. The song kind of ends wildly with an exaggerated breathing exercise where she's like, and it still has the melody of the track, but I like how it ends with woosah. And then the next track picks up on that woosah. But this one for sure, I feel like is a major capstone of this album. Again, this whole thing has been very introspective so far, and I respect her for doing that. Catfish, this one's super eerie and dark and moody with some nice cascading keys. It really reminds me of Dope Dealer off Schoolboy Q's album Blank Face. Blank Face! I like how she stretches her words on this one. Cata Dior on Ventura. Doechii Supreme, the swamp ruler. She's got a real aggressive flow here, again trying to stand out amongst her contemporaries. But then she cuts the tension at the end with a really hysterical laugh. Bloom is a beautiful song. It kicks off talking about the struggle of life and trying to find the balance of everything while you're maintaining your personal wealth and your personal self and well-being and growing and becoming a big star as Doechii's looking to do. She's got a really nice singing vibe here. The piano is beautiful. It's a nice mellow track. This one's truly confessional, talking about her dreams and her aspirations, and again, the struggle of trying to balance the commitments of family and friends. And someone on a voice recording says, you can't take everybody with you. You can't please everybody. So don't put so much burden on yourself trying to do those things. Another really nice track to kind of go into the pocket of dealing with fame and fortune and being really introspective. Boom bap, brrrap, brrrap. Get top on the phone. This is a great flip. It starts off with a classic hip hop soul sample. I couldn't find out what that sample was after doing some research, but then it goes into that really ignorant poop scoop. It kind of reminds me of that placeholder raps that Kanye was doing a few years ago. But this one I've seen is really her way of responding to fans and critics via sarcasm of, hey, you want that boom bap? You want that real hip hop? Well, here it is, where she's saying absolutely nothing, but yet it works. This is another really fun track. I like what she does at the end too, where she pitches her vocals up and it kind of turns and morphs into this really nice choir. Get top on the phone. I'm everything. Nissan Altima. Now this might be my favorite track on the album, aside from Stankapoo. This one, she is rapping. This one is bars. I love the beat on this track. I love some of the wordplay she says. The new hip hop Madonna. She says she's cooler than a fan, but gets hotter than a sauna, and then talks about her latest conquest. On Beverly Hills, I love the in-your-face bass on this track, along with another nice, simple drum pattern. Chronicles the trials of an ex-lover, waking up to pee all on the bathroom. That's kind of disgusting. Again, she's taking stock of her life and moving past these people that are just going to hold her back or hold her down. And the whole song is just about this guy who's trying to flex in a new car and trying to get back with her, but she's moved on to bigger and better things. And Alligator Bites functions more or less as an instrumental outro. We get another voice recording about just leaving those burdens and those weights behind, leaving everybody behind and just focusing on you. So don't burden yourself too hard. So going into this, I had mid expectations. As a TDE artist, I knew it was going to be well produced. I knew that, or I expected that there was probably going to be some solid features. There were features of artists that I didn't really recognize, but Doechii for sure stood on her own. Her beat selection, her lyrics, her bars, her wordplay, everything was top notch. I'd probably give this one an 8 out of 10, and I have been spinning it for weeks now. And I wanted to put this on wax and digital, if you will, just to get the thought out there. You guys should definitely check her out, not just for the Kendrick mention, not just for the TDE, but as a whole. She is another solid female rapper, the likes of Rhapsody and Missy Elliott, of course, that you really got to check out for, and she is definitely on the rise. She is pushing for that Kendrick feature. But let me know what you guys thought. Have you listened to her before? Have you heard her old mixtapes? Are you into the female hip-hop space? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you checking us out, and we'll see you on the next TyTunes.